Okay, so we're making the meatballs now. Making the meatballs probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches in diameter, and we're putting them on a shallow cookie sheet. You could put your meatballs into a deeper dish, like a casserole dish, something similar to such, and bake them in that if you want. Then you got to bake them first. You can roll them around in a skillet with a little bit of oil and get them to carbonize on the outside. Scorching them just a little bit on the outside is helpful, helps keep a lot of the grease and stuff on the inside. But in this case, since we're going to be marinating, we're not going to do that just yet. To be honest, the marinating process isn't going to be that long for this. You can marinate these things for a day, couple days, however long you want to marinate for. But make note, since we use actual orange juice, not something out of a carton, you don't want to marinate for very long. It will begin to mold very quickly. So we're just going to marinate for a short amount of time on this. Meatballs, when I put these together, using just a little bit at a time, pinching off a little bit here and there as I go. And when I pack them, I'm pushing it inside of itself a little bit. Mostly because I want to try and make sure that the bigger pieces of ham are inside, and so on. What happened before I actually started putting these together was I let the hamburger sit for a little while. The hamburger, the turkey, and the ham. I was kneading it for quite a while. I was a little bit worried it wouldn't actually form. Got lucky, it did. And I was just letting it settle for a little bit so that the fats and the red meats, the blood that soaks in between it, would reconstruct the hamburger into a more solid piece again. Warm up the last meatball and add the marinade. Now, something to add to note also, when you add the marinade, you do not want to fill up to the very top of the cookie sheet or whatever dish it is that you are using to add the marinade to while you are baking. Hamburger still has fat in it, it will still drain out grease. The ham itself will still drain out grease. The turkey might drain some, but not much. So what you're going to have is you're going to have more than what you started with as far as fluid levels go inside of this cookie sheet. So you want to only add just enough marinade to maybe cover a third of the bottom, maybe a half. I would go a third if you're using a higher fat content hamburger or higher fat content scraps altogether. This here, and when we add the marinade, we'll simply just pour it in any particular spot on the inside of the cookie sheet, and we're only going to go to about a third of the level. Since this cookie sheet is warped, won't even go that far. So we're going to go ahead and add marinade to it, put it in the oven, and let it go for a little while. We'll put it on 350, and we'll go ahead and cook it from there. And we'll pick back up when it's time to pull them out.